On June 6, 2026, at Saratoga Race Course, a bay colt named Commandment stood in the 9-horse Belmont Stakes field at 6-1. John Velazquez in the saddle, Brad Cox in the barn, Wathnan Racing on the silks. He was not the favorite. Renegade was at 7-4, but Renegade is not the horse who almost beat Golden Tempo that afternoon. Commandment is. And what happened between them in the final 3/16 is something the broadcast showed from above, but could not explain from the ground. You have seen Golden Tempo come from last before. You have not seen him fight. Saratoga. Showery skies. 82 degrees. Fast track despite the weather. 9 3-year-olds for the 158th Belmont Stakes. $2 million on the line. The bettors knew Golden Tempo. They knew what he had done at the Derby 5 weeks earlier. What none of them knew was that on the far turn, before the cameras found the stretch, Commandment would push Golden Tempo inward with his shoulder. That the fight would begin where nobody was looking. And that behind the two of them, the rest of the field would come apart entirely. The decision to skip the Preakness and point toward the Belmont was not about rest. It was about the track itself. Saratoga runs a shorter stretch than Churchill Downs. A deep closer cannot sit as long here. Ortiz would need to begin his move earlier. He would need to commit to the outside sooner. The distance was the same, 1.25 miles, but the shape of the course would ask a different question of the same running style. DeVoe had watched him every morning since the Derby. No public workouts designed for cameras. No press conference predictions. She measured readiness the way her horse measured races, by feel rather than by the clock. What she saw in the final days before the Belmont was a horse sharper than he had been before Louisville, leaner in his motion, quicker to respond when Ortiz shifted his weight. The Belmont horse was better than the Derby horse. She kept that to herself. He was a bay colt who carried himself low through the shoulders when he galloped. His head stayed still. His stride was so unhurried at easy speed that he looked like a horse, saving something he would not show until it mattered. Other horses in the walking ring wore their fitness on the outside. They jigged, they sweated, they pulled against their handlers. Golden Tempo walked like a horse who had already decided what was going to happen and saw no reason to announce it. He was not anxious. He was not dull. He was loaded. If you appreciate what I am doing here, please subscribe. It means a lot to me. Now let us dive back in. The gate opened at 7:01 in the evening, and Golden Tempo brushed the offside stall. His right hip caught the metal, and he broke outward before Ortiz could gather him. Around him, the field fared no better. Renegade bobbled. Chief Wallaby bobbled. Emerging Market stumbled. Power Shift buckled so badly at the break that he lost all forward momentum and would never recover it. 4 of the 9 horses had trouble leaving the gate. The Belmont began wrong for nearly half its field. Ortiz did what he always does. He put Golden Tempo on the rail, dropped his hands, and settled into last. 9 of 9. The broadcast found the front runners. Power Shift showed the way just off the inside. Growth Equity pressed from the outside. Chief Wallaby stalked 4 wide. Emerging Market sat 3 wide in the second tier. Vitruvian Man tracked just off the pace. Otino chased from mid-pack, and Golden Tempo sat at the tail, saving ground on the rail, invisible again to anyone watching from a screen. For the next half mile, nothing happened to Golden Tempo. Everything happened to everyone else. The first quarter in 23 and 96 hundredths, the half in 48 and 29 hundredths, 3 quarters in 1 minute, 12 seconds, and 38 hundredths. Honest fractions measured slower than the Derby, which had gone out in 22 and 68 hundredths and 46 and 44 hundredths. The speed on the front was not going to destroy the field by itself. What destroyed them was each other. Power Shift led just off the inside. Growth Equity pressed from the outside. Chief Wallaby and Emerging Market sat 3 and 4 wide. From above, it looked orderly. From the rail, it was 9 horses running out of room on a fast track in showery air. The far turn is where it broke. Growth Equity had been pressing 3 wide for the entire first half of the race. Near the 3/8 pole, he took to the rail. Not gradually. He cut directly in front of Power Shift. Power Shift checked hard, losing momentum in a single stride. Vitruvian Man, tucked immediately behind, had nowhere to go. His rider, Antonio Fresu, nearly stood up in the irons to avoid the horse in front of him. Then it happened again. At the 5/16 pole, Growth Equity impeded Power Shift a second time. Power Shift checked again. Vitruvian Man steadied again. 2 incidents in a furlong and a half, both caused by the same horse, both eliminating the same 2 rivals. Power Shift would fade from there and finish last of 9. Vitruvian Man would stagger home 7th. 2 horses wrecked in the same sequence, and neither of them had done anything wrong. The broadcast missed all of it. The cameras had already moved ahead to the stretch, waiting for the closers. Behind the story the audience was about to see, 3 horses had their Belmont Stakes destroyed in real time. The chart records the damage in clinical detail. The television audience never saw a frame of it. Golden Tempo was still 9th at the 3/4 pole. He was not yet part of the visible race, but the field between him and the front was coming apart. Emerging Market was fading. Growth Equity was weakening after a half mile of pressing. Otinho had been under prolonged urging since the half and had nothing left. The lane was opening, and Ortiz still had not moved. He sat quiet on a horse, running last in the Belmont Stakes, and had not asked for a thing. Near the 5/16 pole, he asked, and the fight started. Golden Tempo had been saving ground on the rail since the break. Ortiz tipped him to the 2-path near the half-mile pole. Briefly went 3 wide into the turn, then settled back inside. He picked off horses from the 2-path, gaining ground without spending it. At the mile call, he was 5th, 2.5 lengths off the lead. 4 horses passed without leaving the inside. The move was quiet from above. From the ground, it was a horse who had found another gear entirely. Then Commandment found him. Commandment had been chasing steadily from the start. 3 wide through the first turn, 4 wide down the back stretch. Velazquez keeping him in hand, waiting patiently, waiting for his moment. On the far turn, Commandment tucked from 4 wide to the 3-path, and Golden Tempo was directly to his inside. Commandment nudged him, shoulder to shoulder. He pushed Golden Tempo from the 3-path back to the 2 with his body. Physical contact on the far turn of the Belmont Stakes. The first blow was thrown by the rival, 6 furlongs into a 10-furlong race. In the part of the track the cameras had already left behind, Golden Tempo pushed back. Near the 5/16, Ortiz put him under coaxing and angled out. Golden Tempo leaned into Commandment, bumped him, nudged him outward from 3 wide to 5 wide. Velazquez did not yield. He kept Commandment driving, kept him fighting, refused to let the contact break his momentum. The 2 horses swept outward together, 7 wide, 8 wide. They carried each other across the full width of the Saratoga stretch. Commandment displaced from 3 to 9 wide. Golden Tempo 7 to 8 wide. Neither horse took the short path. Both ran the longest route to the wire because they could not stop running into each other. Chief Wallaby seized the lead with 3/16 to go. William Mott's horse, Junior Alvarado aboard, alone on the front end, running the race of his career. It lasted a furlong. Golden Tempo and Commandment arrived at the front together. not as two separate closers, but as a locked pair, shoulder to shoulder. They overthrew Chief Wallaby in the same stride. He weakened through the final furlong. The front had been a mirage. At the 16th pole, they traded a final brush. Hide on hide at racing speed, 1,000 pounds leaning into another 1,000 pounds, with the Belmont Stakes between them. Television showed two silks separating in the lane. It did not show the contact that made them come apart. Golden Tempo edged away. Commandment fought to the wire. He lost by a length and a quarter to a horse who matched him blow for blow from the far turn and then simply had more to give. 2 minutes, 3 49/100ths. Renegade, the 7-4 favorite, finished third, 3 1/4 lengths behind Golden Tempo. He rallied with the top pair to the furlong grounds and could not sustain. The betting favorite was never part of the fight. The fight belonged to two 6-1 shots who spent 3 furlongs throwing their weight into each other. Golden Tempo paid $14 to win. The Exacta paid $55.67. The Superfecta paid $23.79 on a 20-cent base. $21,878,418 wagered on this race, all of it placed on a horse race. What it settled was a fight. The cameras showed the Belmont. They showed two horses in the Saratoga stretch. They showed Ortiz celebrating past the wire. What they missed was everything between the 5/16 pole and the 16th pole. The nudging on the far turn, the bumping into upper stretch, the brush at the 16th marker. A broadcast from the press box makes contact look like proximity. Two horses running side by side. It is not proximity. It is 1,000 pounds of horse leaning into another 1,000 pounds at speed. The difference between those two versions of this race is the difference between reading about a fight and standing close enough to hear it. DeVoe became the second woman to train a Belmont Stakes winner 3 years after Jenna Antonucci sent Arcangelo to the wire at Belmont Park. She was the first to win both the Kentucky Derby and the Belmont in the same year. She had skipped the Preakness. She had pointed toward Saratoga instead of chasing the Triple Crown. She had let the horse decide when he was ready. 2 classics in 5 weeks by a closer who never ran a race the conventional way. Ortiz won the Derby and the Belmont aboard the same horse, both times from last. Both times at odds, the public did not believe. Both times, the cameras had to find him late. 3 meetings now between Golden Tempo and Renegade. Derby, Belmont. Each time Renegade the shorter price. Each time Golden Tempo ahead at the wire. The 16th pole at Saratoga. The last place Commandment and Golden Tempo touched before one of them pulled away for good. Golden Tempo brushed the gate stall when this race began. He brushed a rival when it ended. He started with contact and finished with contact. The cameras caught a horse race. What they missed was the fight inside it. If you like this story, do not miss the next one appearing on your screen right now.